Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca Ablett and I'm a senior solicitor in our IP team here at Burness Paul. I'm delighted to be joined today by one of our key clients, George Lawson, who is the head of commercial operations at Sky. So hi George, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
Good, great. Well, thanks so much for joining us today.
No problem.
It's probably fair to say that everyone listening and watching probably needs no introduction to Sky itself. And I know that particularly in the last year or so, people have been turning into their TV screens probably more than ever. And I know that various Sky shows have featured heavily in some of our Teams calls. But while I know that people are probably very familiar with Sky's offering, there's obviously a huge amount of work that goes into protecting Sky's content. So to kick things off, could you maybe tell us a bit more about your role in Sky and what that involves?
Sure. My team are responsible for protecting Sky's commercial customers, so the pubs and clubs, from those that choose to screen Sky's content illegally, pay content without paying for it. So this involves investigations and actions against operators of commercial premises that screen Sky's premium content without the required commercial license.
Okay, so where you and your team have identified Sky content as being shown without the required commercial agreement, what enforcement action do you and your team take against infringers in Scotland?
Well, we take the illegal use of our programming very seriously. It's important to protect those who invest in Sky and ensure that they're getting value for money. So action we'll take in Scotland will often start with an interim interdict from the Court of Session, and this will help protect us and lead to court sanctions if people breach those and continue to screen our content without paying for it. We'll also look for breach of copyright actions if people persist in screening our content. And we also work with rights holders and law enforcement to identify those behind any illegal streams that people may be using in pubs.
What impact has the pandemic had on your work?
Yeah, so COVID's been huge on our industry and our customers. It's been detrimental to the pub business, and many operators unfortunately had to be closed for over a year now. But Sky has worked to protect our customers by suspending billing for our customers over that period of time. And as pubs begin to reopen now, we will start to recommence our actions to protect those customers of ours and protect their investment that they have made in Sky.
Finally, I just wanted to touch upon the piracy landscape generally. And you and your team obviously have a huge amount of experience in that area. What are the main changes that you've seen in the piracy of Sky's content in the sort of recent years?
Well, in the commercial world, we used to initially only see people using residential Sky accounts to screen content in commercial premises. But over the years, that's evolved. And today, it's nearly all illegal streaming that we see being used in pubs. But that makes no difference to us about how people are screening content illegally. We are just interested in ensuring that we protect our customers from people that aren't paying for the correct type of agreement.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So we're all aware of how quickly technology changes and develops, and obviously you just touched upon that in terms of the changes that you've seen in recent years. Do you have any kind of predictions in terms of what we might see in the future in terms of the piracy/anti-piracy landscape?
Well, the technology we use in anti-piracy continues to evolve and go from strength to strength. There are systems monitoring illegal streams, preventing illegal streams from happening in the first place, but monitoring those streams. And we're getting better and better at detecting this illegal streams that people are using, and therefore being able to bring down illegal streams. And this can often happen for commercial customers mid-match when pubs are at their busiest. So those that are using illegal content should be wary about the impact it could have on their business if they lose that illegal feed, not just the legal action that could be brought against them after using it as well.
Mm-hmm. And that's obviously a huge, the piracy area, that's obviously a huge area for Sky and for a focus for Sky.
Absolutely, yes. We want to protect our customers and our customer base, and piracy is one of the biggest threats to the broadcast industry at the moment, and all the creative industries and the millions of jobs that rely on that. So it's very key that we work to identify and stay one step ahead of those pirates.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, George, thanks so much for taking the time to speak to us today. It was really, really interesting to get a sort of behind the scenes look at the work which you and your team do in protecting Sky's content, and I'm sure those that are listening will agree. So thanks very much again.
Thank you.